Welcome to Project Hack 11. This is Challenge 6. We are the Unsustainable developers, Alex Gilbert, Bogdan Kantek, Francesco Mazzapungetti, Philip Abbott, and Richard Sinnott. The UN Sustainable Development Goals provide a blueprint for peace and prosperity. They're an urgent call for action by all countries and recognize that ending poverty must go with strategies that reduce inequality while tackling climate change. Projects can consider and consistently record their broader impact legacy with respect to these goals. It needs to be very easy for the project manager to record and review this. The PM needs to identify what benefits a project intends to deliver or has delivered at different stages of the project. Our application addresses these issues.
The PowerApp application. The app is used to populate a database. The database can be populated using two methodologies. The former requires a manual input of each SDG attributes into the app. The app goes through each goal, prompting the user to tick all relevant attributes. The latter leverages the linked SDG API methodology, prompting the user to load the document.
At the end of the data collection process, the results are pushed back into a database where all the relevant information for all the projects are kept. At this point, leveraging a Power BI dashboard, we developed a tool where a user can aggregate and interrogate each entry, filtering by all the relevant attributes like goal, location, and date. The database can then be connected to an AI engine to suggest and predict future projects based on SDG outcomes or other relevant attributes.
So this dashboard is the output of the individual projects that have been inserted into the app. It shows the goal completion on the individual project that was inserted, and then compares the goal completion to that across the database on both individual goal, on a more detailed individual goal level and on a more project view level as well.
A wide variety of open source tools and resources are already available. SDG Knowledge Bank with its functions that complement or reflect our own, a linked SDG API that is included in our current tool and suggests applicable goals by reading a document such as the project brief, an open source SDG data schema that allows us to combine our data with other data across the world and potentially other government departments and our supply chain, and linkages with SQL and the other goals that can be built into our tool. Future iterations of the tool will reassess its stage gates as the project progresses. It will link to other tools in the SDG community. It will have function to assess, verify and compare across projects, and can have a similar interface to the open source iSDG tool with causal mapping and metrics aligned to each indicator.
How does the solution determine which goals are relevant to a project? The project team is responsible for determining the goals that are relevant to a project. This tool increases visibility of those goals. This tool and other tools can point up other goals that one might want to consider for one's project. Question: how does the solution aggregate or analyze results from multiple projects? One of the advantages of using Power BI is that you can visualize data according to multiple different criteria. So you can filter by geography, you can filter by project, you can filter by subset of project, by goal by project by goal, etc., etc. How does the solution deal with the project evolving over time? Current does not. However, the vision for the future would be that you would link the goals to a project stage rather than a project, and so you could determine whether your project was improving or disimproving in terms of the way that it was meeting any particular benefit at each of those stages.